Hey guys, thank you for clicking to my channel. You know what time it is. It's Wednesday and today I have a new video for you. But before I get into there, thank you to my new subscribers. I appreciate you guys, and if this is your first time, please hit the subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. So let's dig in. Today's video is a talk video and I want to talk about why are women mean to their fellow women, why are we mean to each other. And I've been thinking lately and I realized that for this video I'm just going to give you one drive force that I know pushes this problem, this meanness amongst women, is jealousy. There's a song in Nigeria that says jealousy is the root of hatred, and that is so true. We are so jealous of one another most times that causes that for the wrong reasons, for reasons that I don't even understand why we're jealous. But I say we because it's a majority. I'm not saying everybody, but it's honestly a majority, and majority, like this, they carries the vote. So I'm going to give you three ways or three avenues in this video that I've seen that women exhibit this jealousy and meanness to one another. And then I'll do another video telling you ways that I think that we should really work on it and stop this meanness to each other. Why I'm going to do another video? Because baby girl can talk. So if I should do everything, yeah, it would take forever. So my first reason is definitely, this is really a silly one, but it's like a big problem. Looks and material things. You'll be surprised that a lot of times girls get jealous of each other just because of looks. And that doesn't make any sense to me. Now, when I say looks, I'm going to give you the two types. We have amongst the women, we have the admired one, which is seen like the ideal one, which realistically there's no ideal type except God for me, because we're all flawed, so we can't be an ideal person or ideal type. Which realistically there's no ideal type, but I call her the ideal type because she's the one that, you would look and say, oh, I wish I had this. She's the one that you look up to, let me say it like that. And then we have the one who's looking up to her, which is not the ideal type. But honestly, to be fair, there's no ideal type, but it's the mindset of what we think. So based on these two kind of women, where does this meanness come? For the ideal type who has the material possessions and looks, you see them going all. I'll give you a scenario. Back in school, I had, when I was in university, so there was a girl who, a lot of girls in school didn't want to talk to her, and it was just for looks. It was based on her looks, and it wasn't like she wasn't looking pretty or anything. They didn't even know her, but they had the meanest things to say. And why I'm saying this is because one time, one of the girls came up to me, that's the ideal girl, came up to me and was like, Victoria, why are you even hanging out with that girl? Like, she's not up to your class, which I don't get anything about class. Like, she's not up to the class. She's just so not there. And I'm like, really? She said, yeah, don't you see her? Guess what she goes to say? She has dirty toenails. Like, how can you say that? Seriously. And I was like, oh, really? Okay. Well, I just want to know her, and she's not a bad person, and that's not a reason not to want to be someone's friend. But I'm telling you, looks is a big criteria. So coming from the ideal type, when you're in a position where you feel you're the ideal type, you're the one everybody's looking up to, most times you find them being so mean to other girls who are struggling with some insecurities and they just can't get it right, and they're admiring you, but the ideal type where you become so mean is to put them in a box, in a position where you say, oh, she's not up to my class. It's not necessary, because looks fade. Honey, looks fade. That ideal type that is always going, oh, why are you talking to her? I can't associate with someone like that, please. Oh my God, like, no way. Honey, your looks are going to fade. And when they fade, what are you going to rely on? It doesn't make any sense. And God forbid you have an accident. In your case, like, it's no longer the way you don't look the way you used to look. Then you're going to kill yourself or something. So don't bank on your looks. Don't be mean to other people because of your looks. Then go into the one who's, hoping to be the ideal type. They also can be really mean. Now, just because somebody looks in a certain way, and maybe you can afford to do plastic surgery or whatever you want to do to look that way, and you still do all that and you still don't get the attention you want to attract, boom, they go mean. They start to say, she's not even pretty. Have you seen her? I heard that her lips are fake. She's doing like this. They're not even real. They're not pretty. Seriously? Seriously? Get off that. It's not necessary. Stop hating people because of their looks. If you're the one who's looking at someone and saying you want to look like them, and it's frustrating that you're paying so much money and you're still not getting what you want, drop it. It's not going to help you. But looks is really a big problem. And material things, you have the one who wants to be admired extremely, who wants to be the ideal type, frustrated that, oh, she's carrying a Gucci bag. I bet it's not even the original. Why are you jealous? Work hard, honey. Pray, focus on your own. And looks and material things don't give happiness. It doesn't guarantee happiness. I bet you that the girl you're admiring and think she has all the attention, behind closed doors is miserable, because everybody has their own insecurities. Nobody have it perfect. So drop the drama. Girls need to empower themselves instead of looking down at themselves. I see a lot of times on Instagram, you see posts and girls will be like, who does she think she's? Well, she's not pretty. She's just so fake. Everything about her is plastic. Honey, mind your business. As much as you think you're so jealous that she's having it on, you want to put her down, do you even know her secret insecurities? Manage yourself. But anyway, what do I know? So my second point is definitely another one that annoys me, is skill and talent. Girls get jealous over people's skill and talent. So for the skill and the talent, this for me is also another annoying factor that brings meanness among girls and jealousy, which always is the driving force. I'll give you from the one who wants to be the ideal type, which there's no ideal type, but I'm just saying in this context. In a scenario where you're like two friends, I'll give you an example, and they both start cooking, but one person kicks off really good and the other person isn't, and it's a struggle, you see that person being jealous. Honey, everybody's unique. If you're not perfect or really where you want to be with a particular skill, maybe that's not your niche. You know, have you even thought about that? No. But it's so easy to see them go, she's not even a really good cook. Do you know? I bet she gets her recipe online. And the other time when I ate her food, it was so, she can't cook. Please. Do you know she's not even a good cook? Look at her posting here that, oh, she has some cooking classes. Like, what can she even cook? She just started with this. She's such a fake person. And her food is disgusting. And it just makes you want to throw up. Honey, seriously? Seriously, drop the jealousy, drop the drama. If somebody's good at what they do, they are good at what they do. Why the hate? Hate is the cheapest thing that people just result into doing because of skill. Get better at something. I'll give you a scenario. So I had a friend who there's this YouTuber she watched, and this YouTuber I think I can remember the name, Adana. I absolutely love Adana, by the way. And she called me, and I'm not saying this was jealousy like in a bad way, because she doesn't know Adana like personally. She knows that from YouTube. But then she goes, oh, I watched Adana. Did you see she did her hair and it was so nice? And for real, I love the way Adana braids her hair, which thumbs up, girl. I can't even do that for myself. So she went on and on about it. She was like, oh, I don't feel good about myself. I need to learn how to do my, and I know her. And then she went and I told her, I was like, babe, Adana might be so good at this skill because it's her thing. She's vibing with it. It just comes easy for her. Or probably she's done it over time and then she's really good, which I don't know because I don't know her personally, but she's already very good at it. I know you, and from the standard, I know you as my friend. You are good at selling things. Even the things that I don't really need, when you market it, I'm gonna buy it because you have that in you. And I bet you that's something that probably Adana or someone else doesn't have and they want to have. So work on that. Instead of going, why is this person getting this doing right? I can do it better. And you're frustrated because you're not getting it better. Drop it. Find another skill. Find your skill. Find yourself. But don't be mean at the person just because they're good at what they're doing. Now we're going to the ideal type girl. You have the one who's already very good at what she's doing. Again, work-wise now in this scenario. So I can't understand why a boss, like a woman, let me give you a woman for color, for instance, who struggles so hard and then gets to a position, and then she finds out she's the only woman of color, or even the only woman to begin with. And then maybe she has a PA or an assistant who looks up to her, who admired her, and she actually propelled or inspired, let me say inspired, that's a better word, this young girl to become who she wants to be, who she's becoming. And just because she's really good at her work, you see this ideal type frustrating every effort of hers. Like, for example, maybe she has a book report and then she says, oh, madam, please could you go through my book report, and I would really love your opinion. And then you go through it and you find out that she's really, really good. I mean, like, even way better than you were before you were discovered. And then boom, you don't want to bring it out for her because you're so comfortable in your pedestal, you don't want anybody to come there. Honey, drop it. The problem I have with this ones is when they get to this pedestal where they're so good, some of them, where girls can be mean, I mean, this is like a general thing. When they get to that pedestal where they're so good, they start to live in this fantasy world. Well, I'm the best. Nobody can be like me. I suffered. It wasn't easy. They have to suffer. And you become so mean. You live in this fantasy where you're like the queen of everything. And they all have to suffer. Really? Really? You forget that a slot, opportunity came for you to get to that position. Just as it came for you, it's also going to come another day for someone else. And honey, you're not always going to be the spring chicken that you are. Just because you're high there, you're not always going to be high there. A lot of celebrities were not celebrities today. So you're not always going to be in that position. So stop living in that fantasy world where it's just you. Because in the end, It is better when you get, how do I say, when you retire. That's a nice way to say. When you get to the point where you retire, it is better to have the younger generation look up at you, the people who admired you, look up at you and say, well, I got here because this lady motivated me, because this lady gave me a lending hand, because this lady stood out there and fought for us. Isn't that better? I'm thankful. They give speeches like that. That's something that you can look up to. But if you live in a fantasy where it's just me, 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 and I'm here now, nobody's going to come, you tend to be me. And in the end, it makes no sense. So I hope this video is going to help you guys just to realize some of the spots that we can be me. Whether you're the ideal type, which realistically, the ideal type for me is God, because we all have flaws, so there's no ideal type. But where you see yourself as the admired one, or you see yourself as the one aspiring to be admired, take away the meanness. So that's all I have for you guys in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe and follow me on Instagram, inspiredbyvon. I definitely will do a part B, sharing some tips or points or ways that we can also help ourselves individually as women to eradicate this meanness and realize that it's not helping us. We're supposed to build each other and not break each other. But I'll see you guys next week with another video. I love you till then, but God loves you best. Bye for now.